Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Hutchinson Sports Arena. Last game of the night, game number 6 of day number 1. It's hosted by yours truly, Glenn Grunwald, along with Rick Krause, and it's going to be a good one tonight. Connor State at 29-3, the 12 seed, taking on the number 21 seed, Central Georgia Tech, the Titans. Again, out of Georgia will be the team that Connor State out of Oklahoma is taking in. We've had 5 good games in front of us, but the winning margin has been pretty big. 23, 46, 14, 37, and 21. You can see how the seeds work out sometimes, Rick. It doesn't work in the flavor. You and I had game number 1 today. Tell folks how that one went as Barton was able to win it. And they won it over Tyler convincingly, 86-63. In a game to me that didn't feel like it was that much of a big edge for Barton. It was up and down the whole way.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of those scores aren't indicative of how the game actually went. Some of those other games, they had tight spots throughout, even the second half. But at the end, one team clearly was a superior ball team on this date.
Second game was Trinity Valley 100, Baltimore City 54. So Baltimore City goes home. They finish the season at 21-12. Trinity Valley marches on 28-4. They'll take on East Florida tomorrow. I failed to say that number 1 seed Indian Hills would take on the Barton Cougars from Great Bend tomorrow at 2 o'clock. That takes us to the other game that was played this afternoon on this Monday. It was Western Nebraska all over Holmes, 87-73. So Western Nebraska over the Alabama team. Western Nebraska will now take on Northwest Florida, a 30-2 team, and Western Nebraska 27-7. And in the game earlier on this afternoon, the 4:30 contest, Southern Idaho flexing their muscles 119-82 over Snead State. So CSI is 28-5. They take on Odessa tomorrow evening in one of the premier games at 8:30 tomorrow night. South Plains just finished up winning over Highland by 20, 91-71. So South Plains will take on Salt Lake. That'll be Wednesday at 12 noon. And this game coming up right now to round out this first Monday, game number 6, Connor State 29-3 taking on Central Georgia Tech. And both of these teams, good teams. This should be a good one, I believe, because Connor State at 29-3, Central Georgia Tech, the Titans at 25-8, and this is only their second trip for the Titans. They came in 2014 to get here. They defeated Southern Georgia Tech 74-52 in the district final, and we'll see how Rico Dawson and his team, he's in his 6th year, will do here. They're out of Macon, Georgia, and taking on again Connor State out of Warner, Oklahoma. Bill Muse, only his 26th year of coaching at Connor State, and of course the Cowboys' 14th trip, national champs back in 1990. Bill Muse's 10th time to take his team to the national tournament. He is a Hall of Famer. Defeated NEO 73-63 in the district final. His 3 losses were to NEO, Southern Shreveport, and Western Oklahoma. Those were the 3 losses this year. Should be a good matchup coming up. We're going to take a quick break, a 1-minute break coming your way. We'll come back and set the flavor of this last game of the day between Connor State, the Cowboys, versus the Titans of Central Georgia Tech. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWW as well as KHUT in Hutchinson and NJCAA TV. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Zone caught, touchdown. Lamar is an Olympico and a goal. Shot a goal. Unbelievable.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Sports Arena. Glenn Grunwald, Rick Krause, courtside for game number 6 tonight. And it's going to be Connor State out of Oklahoma, the Okies. The Cowboys, actually, taking on the Titans our last check with Oklahoma State, I think they were trailing in the NIT, so that was taking place earlier today. A lot of D1 coaches all around the arena today, and this is a good hunting ground for these guys. I talked to a couple D2 coaches that said, hey, they just need a fill-in player here and there. Good place to go find them.
Well, no one makes it to the national tournament without having high caliber talent. I mean, so there are a lot of kids on both teams in this ball game who could make somebody a good player at another level up. There's a spot for everybody who wants to take that opportunity. Spalding
is proud to be the official basketball of the NJCAA. And Spalding's TF1000 legacy ball is used exclusively for all NJCAA basketball championships. NJCAA would like to thank Spalding for the continued support. Spalding, true to the game. And again, so glad to have you along late this evening. Hope you settled in. A lot of folks left after the last game, but several sticking around to watch this Cowboys matchup against the Titans. Rico Dawson in his sixth season. He's won 60% of his game, 115-77. Their record is 25-8. They're the 21st seed. They came in unranked. And Connors is ranked at 13th, 29-3. Bill Muse, boy, has he seen some basketball. 26th year, 73.7% winning percentage. And again, 10th time for him to take a team to the national championship. And Connors State has been here before. 14th trip to the national championship. Not a far drive from Warner, Oklahoma. District 2 is made up of Oklahoma and Arkansas. District 12 is made up of all of Georgia. And again, Central Georgia Tech was the district champs. One name that might get into the game for Central Georgia, number 15, Shaheem Anthony. He's a freshman out of Queens, New York. He's the nephew of Carmelo Anthony. So again, Syracuse fans might remember Carmelo, and same way when he was in Denver and a couple other places. There might be a few
Jayhawk fans that remember Carmelo Anthony too.
I remember that down in New Orleans. Carmelo Anthony, well, I'm trying to place the date in my mind. It was in the 2000s, I know. I think maybe 2003, right around that range. As he put on a show.
But right now we have a show of our own.
We do. We definitely have a show of our own. And we'll get starting lineups coming your way in just a little bit. We'll refresh the stats here and try to get them as we go.
You might take a look, just real quick, we'll look at the stats from both ball clubs. You take a look at Connors State. Two players jump out at you right away. Number one is the player of the year in Region 2. That's Rashawn Langston from Little Rock, Arkansas. Comes in averaging almost 20 points a game, a 6'3 guard. And our running mate, Mason Jones, 6'5 forward, averages 15. He was first team all-region, so a lot of talent right off the bat for Connors State. They came in averaging 90.2 points per game while only giving up 45. Wow. So on average, they double the score on every opponent they play. For Central Georgia Tech, a lot more balanced scoring. They have Michael Lasker, who averages 16. And they have Juwan Daniels, who averages 14, but a lot of balanced scoring. They score as an average 83 points a game while giving up about 70, so not quite the same margin of victory that we saw with Connors State. So something there's going to have to break.
Well, Central Georgia, I'm going to get that back and forth all day and night long. Central Georgia Tech with only two sophomores, that's Sheck Cohn and Michael Laster. Everybody else, all freshmen. So a young team for Coach Rico Dawson as he was able to get his team here to the national championships. They're going to get set for starting lineups, and we'll have the flavor of Bill Oliver, the PA man for this game. We'll go to him in just a second. Again, Glenn Grimlow along with Rick Krause. Glad to have you along on Hutchinson's Country Station 102.9 KHUT in Hutchinson, as well as KWBW 1450 AM and 98.5 FM. Tyler Korb doing the chief engineer work tonight back in the BW studios as well. And again, this is game number 6. We'll start it all over again tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Let's go and catch up with Bill Oliver, the PA.
National Basketball Tournament. We begin before the starting lineups with a couple of award presentations. If you would watch as Bill Muse of Connors State comes out onto the floor to receive his District Coach of the Year award. Coach Muse leading the Cowboys to a 29-3 record and the District 2 championship. Presenting the award, team host Dan Gilligan. Round of applause for the Cowboys head coach Bill Muse.
I tell you what, 26 seasons at one school, Rick Krause, that's a bunch.
You don't see that kind of loyalty really in any sport anymore.
And we also direct you to the presentation of the District 13 Coach of the Year Award to Rico Dawson of Central Georgia Technical College. Coach Dawson guiding the Titans to a 25-8 record in the District 13 Championship. Presenting the award, team host Bryce Miller. Also, a nice round of applause, please, for Coach Rico Dawson of Central Georgia Technical College. All right, on to the starting lineups. Let's begin with the visitors on the scoreboard, which is Georgia Tech. In numerical order, number 0, a 6'3" sophomore from Bronx, New York, Sheik Cohn. Number 3, 6'1" sophomore from Manhattan, New York, Michael Laster. Number 10, 5'11" freshman from Rockledge, Florida, Javante Hayes. Number 12, 6'7" freshman from Teaneck, New Jersey, Jawan Daniels. And number 22, 6'7" freshman from Norcross, Georgia, Injuri Castillo. Now the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, that being Connors State Cowboys. Again in numerical order, number 2, 6'5" freshman, DeSoto, Texas, Mason Jones. Number 4, 6'3" sophomore, Little Rock, Arkansas, Rashawn Langston. Number 14, 6'2" sophomore from Lawton, Oklahoma, Darius Roy. Number 23, 6'8" sophomore from Pryor, Oklahoma, Zaf Bond. And number 34, 6'7" sophomore from Atoka, Oklahoma, Bishop Coulter.
There's your starting lineups for both clubs. Officials are set to go. Connors State in their orange uniforms with black numerals and white trim. And the Titans in grays with white numerals. I love the size of the numbers for the Titans. Good for these old eyes to be able to see. And we're about set to get underway. So glad to have you along on this late game tonight. I love the new format. We changed that a few years ago, quite a few years ago actually, to single elimination. And in fact, this year they changed it even more to bring in 8 at-large teams. These are not 2 of them. These were district champions, Rick, so they were able to get here the old-fashioned way. And
yeah, they earned it, huh?
About set to get underway. Thus the seeding as well. The Titans of Central Georgia Tech and Connors State. Tips control by the Cowboys. So Connors State with the first possession. They'll go right to left as you watch and listen. Glad to have you along on the NJCAA television network as well. Feed down low, blocks, so bounce it inside. Turn around hook, shot up and good. Nice job inside by Bishop Coulter. Puts it up and ends. 2-0 Connors with the early lead. Titans of Central Georgia Tech. They'll gun it up on the outside. Not there. Loose basketball. Ran down quickly by the young man that shot it. That was Daniels. They'll rekey the offense. They'll set it up on the outside. Top side right, ball knocked away, and coming up with it will be Darius Roy for Connors State. He'll pull it up quickly. Over on the right side, they'll kick it in the corner now to Jones. Back out front now, they're working to Roy. Langston right in front of us, he'll pop the 3. It's no good. Rising up to get that rebound was Daniels for Central Georgia Tech. They'll bring it up quickly. Left side with the basketball, Hayes trying to feed it inside, holds up, has the headband on, gives it out to Daniels. Daniels inside the paint, little floater, up and good. We're tied at 2 apiece. Nice job inside by Castillo.
Yeah, and really a nice job of patience in the offensive end. Nice, good, crisp passing. Worked with a really good look inside by Castillo.
Castillo out of Norcross, Georgia. I thought that was more of a football city. Right there, he was able to knock it down. I think you got good basketball and football in Georgia. 2-2 tie right now. Connors with the basketball. Mason Jones, left side, low blocks, pushing off. Foul called. They're going to whistle this one on.
Yeah, Bishop Coulter with the bump. He not very happy. You see a lot of contact on the inside. That time, it happened to move the defender. Pretty strong move. If you're a big guy, you kind of like to see referees let that go. Well, but the official right there said that was an unfair advantage.
Might have used his forearm a little bit. Sometimes that's the look that they see, and that was an angle that you and I didn't have over here.
Well, I think there's a lot of forearms that don't get called, but that's for another day.
Left side with the basketball will be Cone. Out top of the key now to Laster. Those two are the only sophomores on this Titan team. Ball on the outside, Chacon kicks it left, dribble penetration by Daniels, gives it off, jumper up and on its way by Cone, not there. Follow shot, foul on the rebound.
Yep, no bucket over the back. And Yuri Castillo did a nice job going up high to get a tip in, but in the referee's eyes, he was over the back, so he picks up foul number 1.
2-2 tie, 18 minutes gone remaining in this first half of play, 2 minutes deep. Last game of the day here at the Sports Arena. Janitors will get busy right after this game. There's a blocking foul called. This one's going to work against Connors.
Yep, Michael Lassiter. Lassiter picks up his first personal foul, so 2 quick fouls committed by the Titans.
Inbounding right in front of the scorer's table will be Connors State. Get the ball in. Dribble penetration to the left by Roy. Shot not there. Rebounds cleared out there. Nice bounce pass all the way down. Handled finally by the Titans. They'll take it up strong, and Castillo couldn't finish, but he was fouled. He was kind of interrupted on his way down.
Yeah, that's a big call. We'll see who that whistle that is. That is Bishop Coulter, the big man for Connors State. Coulter, 6'7" sophomore, averages 12 points a game, picks up his second personal foul with 17:38 to go in the half.
Free throw shot is up and good. Shooters roll. 3-2 ball game now. The 1-point lead for Central Georgia Tech. They're the 21 seed. Connors State is the 12 seed. Now, we saw this in the first game of the day that you and I worked with Barton and Tyler. And Tyler jumped out to a 8-4 lead at one time. Kind of controlled the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then Barton caught on fire. Free throw toss is up and good. It's getting them both was Castillo. And it's 4-2. Central Georgia Tech with the lead by 2. Into the forecourt, Langston back out top. Working left. Roy had it for a second. To dob it down the low blocks underneath. We're going to work down low. Shot put up and missing by A.J. Cockrell, who's in there. He's out of Tulsa, Oklahoma on the miss. Here comes Central Georgia Tech. Laster, flash pass inside. Wide open for the dunk, and he missed it. Kind of laid it up, did not dunk it, and a missed shot put up by Castillo is rebounded out by the Cowboys. Connors State will bring it down. Contact made in the lane. It should be a shooting foul, and to the line will go Darius Roy.
I think it's going to be Sheik Cone pick up his first personal foul. So free throws coming. Step into the free throw line will be Darius Roy. Darius shoots 78% from the line.
Not to be critical, but Castillo needed to finish down at this other end. He kind of laid it up, and he could have flushed it. Ends up being 2 free throws coming the way of Roy and one of his teammates with a foul. Free throw toss is up and good by Roy. Cuts that lead down to 1. A 4-3 now. Central Georgia Tech with the lead by 1. A chance to tie with Darius Roy, who is a 77.6% free throw shooter. Has a support tape on his left shoulder. Free throw toss, no good. Ball comes back out, though, and he gets the rebound as it pops away from 2 offensive players. Head fake. There's a drive by Jones. Takes it to the rack. Contact made. Missed shot. The 2 coming away now. Mason Jones, as he took it in with authority, hit the floor hard, and he's grabbing the small of his back and trying to walk it off, grimacing as he does.
Yeah, that was a tough time. Pretty good attempt at the charge, but I think if you see a replay, the Titan was standing kind of in that protected area, which made it a block automatically.
Free throw toss, up and missing. Second shot coming his way. Just saw the replay on NJCAA TV where he went down hard. He'll get a second opportunity.
Yeah, Mason Jones, I'm sure, is getting all the cobwebs cleaned out, but he knocks the second one down.
Yep. Ties it up at 4 apiece now. So 2 free throws by 2 different players for Connors. Has tied it up at 4 each. Dribble drive by Laster. Pass underneath. Chacon with the end result, puts it up and in.
Yeah, I tell you, we're taking advantage of the defender not playing quite hard enough. Good backdoor cut and finish for Sheik Cone.
Right side, Roy. Between the leg dribble, pops out back outside to Langston. Goes left side with it to Jones. Jones being guarded by Cone. Low blocks underneath Cockrell. He'll work on the low blocks inside the paint, puts it up, and scores it. And a foul. Nice job of the big man.
Yeah, Cockrell, that's his second attempt just from the same spot on the floor. First time just in the ballgame, wasn't quite warmed up yet. That one didn't go in, but this time, very good finish. In addition to the field goal, he's going to shoot a free throw as the second personal foul called on Greg Cousin for Central Georgia Tech.
6-6 tie. Cocker can break it with a free throw here. However, he is a 52.6% free throw shooter. Free throw toss is up and good. He strips the cords there.
That was dead center.
7-6 now. The lead is 1 for Connor State. 16-17 to go in his first half of play. Angle dribble to the right. Thinking about it from outside is Daniels. He'll kick it back top of the key. Down inside to the big man. That's Desire. Shot put up missing. Rebound Connor State. And Desire with the miss inside. He just checked in. He's out of Fort Lauderdale. We go the other way. Basket is good by Connor State.
Yeah, nice job that time by LaShawn Langston. His first field goal of the ball game.
9-6 Connors. Three-pointer up. They gave him a 2. Jumper from outside by Daniels.
Yeah, Juwan Daniels also in the scorebook now. So some pretty quick action the last 45 seconds of this ball game.
Cowboys lead is 1 at 9-8. Connor State will bring it up with the lead of 1. Darius Roy, right side, goes over to Langston. Langston, top of the key, they'll work at the Jones. Between the circle, on the dribble, off the ball screen. Pops the 3 from outside. It's off, no good. Rebound's going to be cleared away by Central Georgia Tech.
Not a good shot that time by Langston.
Cone traveled. It's going to be the travel because it's going to go against number 12 out there.
Actually was missing
Daniels
on that 3-point, and the possession to go wasn't squared, wasn't set, and it came up short. So Connor State needs to make sure they work for good shots because there are a lot of them out there for them to have.
Yeah, youngsters out there, that's one of the things you got to do. If you can get your feet squared up, get good rhythm, good follow through, release the ball, you got a good chance, probably about an 80% chance of making it on the 3. Ball on the outside now. Connors will run it on the outside. Jones. Double team trap. They get the ball inside quickly. Nice job on the breakdown. Shot doesn't go, but a foul's going to be called. Or
yeah,
they call it travel.
They call it charge.
Yep,
the big man for the Titans. Evans Desir takes a lot to knock him down, but he drew a charge. Nice job for his ball club. On the drive to the bucket was Zaf Bob. He picks up his first.
Zaf Bob is out of Payer, Oklahoma. Excuse me. Thought that was Pryor for a second. It's Payer, Oklahoma. A 6'8 sophomore. He's picked up that personal. With the basketball will be Central Georgia Tech. They're only down by 1 at 9-8. Good first 5 minutes here. 15 minutes exactly to go in his first half of play. Daniels, left side of Cone. Back outside, jumper up and on his way. Good, a 2-pointer by Laster. And Central Georgia Tech with the lead by 1. Well, back and forth basketball, Rick, through this first few minutes here. 14:39 to go in this first half of play. Left side, Connor State. They'll bounce it inside. Soft hook does not go. Rebound fought between 2 Central Georgia players off the missed shot put up by Cockrell. And here comes the Titans. Titans will pop it from the outside and hit it. Big basket by Laster. He's got 2 baskets in a row. And Central Georgia Tech with a 12-9 lead now over Connor State.
Well, Laster averaging 16 on the game. He knows how to make a bucket.
Ball on the left side to drive.
Darius Bob on the drive that time. He gets his first field goal, cuts it to a 1-point advantage.
12-11. The lead is 1 now for Central Georgia Tech. 13:51 remaining to go in his first half of play. Shot up missing. A little bit too aggressive. Bob gets the rebound, and here comes Connor State. Langston shoots the long 3. It won't go. Ball comes out long. Ran down by the Titans. They want to run. Alley-oop. Wow. That's good. Daniels was there on the receiving end off the pass from Laster. And it's good for the flush.
And I think Daniels, just throw it somewhere near the backboard. I'll take care of the rest.
14-11 now. The lead is 3 now for the Titans of Central Georgia Tech. Ball on the outer perimeter. There's Jones for Connor State. Here's Roy with the basketball. He'll isolate, takes the right side baseline, 12-footer. Good. Did that kiss off the window? Look like a miter.
I'm going to call a swish on that.
All righty.
For Darius Roy, he has a couple of quick field goals now and 5 points total.
The lead is 1 for the Titans until that 3-pointer from the outside corner. They're going to look at it. Let's check it. And I think Bill Moose wanted a timeout. They will not look at it. 17-13, the lead is 4. Let's see if it's going to be a partial or full. I think it's going to be the immediate timeout. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Again, this is NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWW and KHUT and NJCAA TV. We'll be back in 1 minute. A 4-point lead for Georgia Tech at 17-13 over Connor State at the media timeout. We're setting at 12:56 to go in this first half of play. And Connor State will bring the basketball up. Deadly 3-ball for Georgia Tech.
Amazingly, is their largest lead of the contest at 17-13.
Connor State, new face in the lineup. That's going to be Terrence Jones. He's out of Cedar Hill, Texas. Wears number 40 for you listening and watching in the sports arena. And a foul on the floor is going to be committed.
Yep, going to call a hook. I think A.J. Cockrell will pick up the foul, working on the inside. Oh, with Evans Desir, big man. Desir is 6'8", freshman, probably goes about 245. It's all on his shoulders. He's a big guy, and Cockrell just trying to get some position down low, picks up his first personal.
Off the court with the basketball.
That's a quick shot. That Laster, back-to-back three-pointers. He now has 10 points in the ball game, and it's a 19-13 lead for the Titans.
I was going to say Elijah Farkan checked in the ball game. He's out of Melbourne, Australia. He's in there briefly. Here's a drive by Connor State. Shot up. What an athletic move by Cockrell.
A.J. Cockrell that time willed that ball in the hole. A big bucket for the Cowboys.
Cuts it at 19-15, the lead for the Titans. They'll shoot the three. It won't go. Battle for the board. And it's going to go the other way. Over the back is going to be the call. I think they're going to whistle this one on, possibly on Waters.
I think they're going to get Desir.
Yeah, they did. They got Desir.
His first personal. 16th foul committed by Central Georgia.
They'll come out and do some house play. It's a sad day when the referees have to go and do their own towel work out there.
All the ball boys have to be home. But
exactly.
They got
school tomorrow.
That's right. No spring break at Hutch yet.
Nice job done by the referee or umpire. And here inbounding now will be Connor State. 11:52 to go in this first half of play. Stay tuned. Rod Zook will have a halftime interview and catch some of the flavor of this national tournament. Dribble penetration to the rack. Hard shot goes in, and a foul's going to be called.
Oh, nice job, Mason Jones that time. Had a great lane to the bucket. Really, it was clear the whole way except for a late recovery by the Titans. That goes against Sheik Cone. He picks up his second personal foul.
And you know you're going to get banged into. He's coming in hard. He has to go in with enough strength to get that ball up there and make sure it goes up and down. And that he did. You can see it on the replay right there.
He comes into the tournament at a 76% free throw shooting clip, but he knocks that one down.
Free throws up and good. Makes it 19-18. Connor State cutting into the lead a little bit. Oh, well, more than a little bit. Central Georgia Tech with the basketball as they had led it at 19-13. Ball on the outside, right wing. Laster down low underneath. Shot up and good underneath by the big man.
That's DeJohn Waters with his first field goal.
With the basketball will be Connor State. They trail it by 3. They'll kick it on the outside, deep corner right to drive inside, the kick out by Jones into the hands of Langston. He'll float it and miss it. Foul called, offensive foul on him.
Offensive foul, nice job that time. Jumping up off the floor is DeJohn Waters. Hits a field goal, comes back, makes a great defensive stop. Draws the charge. That is foul number 1 called against Rashawn Langston.
About 3 players from Georgia on this Georgia roster for Central Georgia Tech. And a scattering of Florida players plus New York players as well. And also, like I said, a couple Florida players. And Melbourne, Florida. I said Australia a while ago. It's Melbourne, Florida with the Rockins from. Ball on the outside. Dribble penetration, but Waters brings it back out to reset the offense. 16 on the shot clock, 10:44 on the game clock, and a 21-18 lead. Three-pointer does not go for the Titans. The ball slips in and out of the hands of the offensive board, and Mason Jones put on the skid brakes before he traveled with the ball. We go down the other way. Jumper up by Roy is good. Darius Roy knocks it down. 21-20, a lead of 1 now for the Titans. 10:20 to go in this first half of play. Central Georgia Tech on the attack. Laster, deep corner left now to get in the hands of Daniels. He's dangerous from outside. Fast pass underneath. Shot does not go. And the missed shot put up by the Titans. Here we go the other way. Connor State feed down low underneath the Cockrell. Cockrell wants to work. Shot won't go. Gets his own rebound back. Then it pops away from him. Catches up with it. Stolen away. This time on the pass on the outlet. Behind the back pass goes over to Daniels. Daniels feeds it inside. Layup. Good.
You know, not one of the prettier fast breaks you're ever going to see, but a nice finish by Farrakhan.
Yeah, Farrakhan took it in strong after Daniels got it to him. And it's 23-20. The lead back at 3 now for the Titans at Central Georgia Tech. 9:24 remaining to go in this first half. The drive down low by Connor. Shot doesn't go. Ball's tipped out. Jones thought he was going to get it to somebody else, and he did. And
unfortunate errant pass that time as Terrence Jones took a quick peek in the corner, threw a marginal pass at best to Mason Jones. He didn't handle it well. The ball bounces on the sideline, so the unforced error. That's turnover number 6 committed by Connor State.
23-20. Central Georgia Tech with the lead. 9:07 to go in this first half of play. Glad to have you along this evening. Ball knocked away and stolen away by Roy. A chance in transition. Roy to the rack. Shot up and good. Nice job by Darius Roy.
Darius Roy with 9 points.
Yeah, he averages 12.8, so he's closing in on that real quick. 9:48 to go in this first half of play. 23-22. Titans with the lead of 1. Ball on the outer perimeter. Three-pointer does not go. Ball ran down the corner, though, by Connor State. Langston will bring it out on the dribble. Drives down low, lays it underneath. Shot up and good. Nice job as he got to the big man Cockrell. Timeout's going to be taken by Central Georgia Tech because they just gave up the lead of 24-23. A 30-second timeout. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on KHUT in Hutchinson as well as KWBW in Hutchinson and NJCAA TV. We'll be back in a half minute.
Tired of watching your favorite NJCAA broadcasts on your small mobile device? You can now watch them on your TV with new apps for Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. Brought to you by the NJCAA and Blue Frame Technology.
Welcome back, fans. You can follow all the action on NJCAA TV by going to NJCAATV.com to view all the action as well as archived video. Jumper up and missing. Foul underneath is going to be called. They're going to whistle this foul on Connor State.
Yeah, the officials both blew their whistles. That took a second to communicate, made eye contact, agreed on the call. So Connor State foul is on Mason Jones, his first. It's a 16th foul against Connor. So
not in the act of shooting. Waters will inbound left side baseline with 8:13 to go in this first half of play.
Both teams shooting over 50% from the field right now.
Turnover. Ball bounces between the legs of Daniels. What a feeling out there. You know the ball's long gone and you're not going to be able to chase after it. Skips between your legs.
You know, that's unfortunate because it was right under the bucket. A great chance that time for Juwan Daniels to score. Just the ball came in low and he wasn't ready for it.
Ball on the outside. Roy rolls off a double stack pick on the top. Kick it left. Thinking about the three was Jones. He'll step over and drop it down low underneath. They'll work on the inside of Coulter. He'll put it up and score it.
That's how Coulter opened the ball game. Is the exact same play, working down that low block, a baby hook with the right hand. He has 4.
The lead is 3 now for Connor State at 26-23. Ball rejected out, but right back in the hands of a flying Farrakhan, and Farrakhan puts it up and in. 1 point ball game now. This time Connor's with the lead by 1 with 7:29 remaining to go in his first half. 26-25 is your score. Jumper up, three-pointer's good by Mason Jones. He's out of DeSoto, Texas, knocked it down, and Connor's up 29-25 with a 4-point lead for the Cowboys. Looks like zone defense now for Connor State. Trying to make them work hard. Ball on the outside, that's Hayes. Javante Hayes, left side, long 3-ball. It's off, no good. The big rebound, no offensively picked up as the ball rejected by Coulter. Back into the hands. It goes to Farrakhan, and he'll set up the offense. He'll give it back outside now quickly. Nice job by Waters to get to that basketball. They'll set it up again. And kicking of the basketball will be called. They'll inbound right in front of us to our right. Yeah. Substitutions in for the Titans and a timeout on the floor. Another immediate timeout. 29-25. The lead is 4 for Connor State. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout. This is NJCAA Basketball Championship Basketball on KHUT in Hutchinson and KWBW in Hutch, as well as NJCAA TV.
Lane winds up, shot and a goal!
2 seconds to go.
Rangers, a long three. Oh my goodness!
It's a walk-off base hit for Michael Smith.
It's an Olympico and a goal for Paradise Valley, J.C. Duncan.
Well, there's the feed into Rodriguez, the jam.
Championship basketball right here on the NJCAA television network, as well as KWW 1450 AM and 98.5 FM and KHUT, Hutchinson Country Station in Hutchinson, Kansas. Titans will kick it on the outside. Jumper does not go, and a nice rebound cleared out there by Cockrell. Connor State with a 4-point lead and the basketball with 6:25 to go in his first half of play. Both teams kind of settling down into their offenses, getting some good looks. There's a jumper from outside. It won't go. Ball rejected, but ran down by Darius Roy. And the ball's knocked away, and it'll go the other way. And Central Georgia Tech will have the basketball.
Connor State commit turnover number 7-5 committed by Central Georgia Tech. So both ball clubs doing a nice job for the most part of taking care of the basketball.
That was my knee that got squished over here a little bit.
Well, thank you for sacrificing mine to say,
6:05 to go in the half. Really entertaining first half of play. Central Georgia Tech with the basketball down by 4. Bounce pass, low blocks. They'll bounce it. Desir, shot up, missing. Battles for the board, knocked away out of bounds. Last touched off of the Titans.
Yeah, I tell you, nice effort that time by Desir. Just a little unlucky with the first shot and the follow. Knocked to the floor, though. Nice display of sportsmanship as Bishop Coulter offers to help him up off the ground.
29-25, the lead for Connor State and the basketball. Darius Roy angle dribbles to the right side elbow. Holds it out. Into the hands quickly. On the outside with it is Putnam. Burke Putnam, who just checked in. He's out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Feed down low, wraparound shot, won't go. Nice job inside by Connor State to get the shot away, but we go the other way with Titans with the basketball. They'll float, shoot, and rise and put it down by Laster. Whoa, what a pretty shot with the left hand up as he kind of hung in midair.
Lester with 12 points. You can see why he was a leading scorer for Central Georgia Tech this season.
Roy on the outside, angles, accelerates to the hole, won't go, ball knocked away, loose basketball picked up and out of bounds, they say, was a Titan with the basketball. Let's check that. They're going to say it's Connors.
Yeah, it's Connors. Connors made contact with the end line, and that's scramble for that loose ball.
So the Titans with a chance now to tie. They're down by 2 at 29-27. Connor State with the lead. Central Georgia Tech, the Titans will bring it up. Slowly, Laster across the half court, lobs it inside the cone. He'll kick it left side. Daniels from the outer perimeter. It won't go. Tipping it for the rebound, trying to get to it. Finally, Connors comes up with it. Connor State will bring it up with a 2-point lead with 4:34 to go before intermission. Right side, ball knocked away. They say it's last touched off a Titan.
I tell you, Michael Laster did the best sell job he could, included his case with the official. Thought he had knocked the ball free off of one of the Cowboys.
Waters will check back into the ball game. Langston returns in for Connor State. Taking the seat will be Jones. Boy, has Bill Muse seen a lot of basketball or what? 621 wins. There's a steal. Here comes Laster. Chance to tie. Layup good. We're tied at 29. 4:17 to go in this first half of play. And Rick, for a day that we've seen a 23-point win, a 46-point win, a 14-point win, 37-21. This is an entertaining contest.
It's refreshing to have two evenly matched teams at the end of the day.
Low blocks, left side. Connor State trying to work it inside. In traffic. And a foul called. They're going to get the big man. That's Evans Desir.
That's going to be his. Desir picked up his second personal foul, so he joined Sheik Cone for the Titans with 2 fouls here in the first half. He's played his case too. I thought he did a nice job of staying vertical. No question, he was the bigger guy, but he was straight up and down.
Yeah, I thought so too, and he's telling that to the referee right now. Free throws up and good, by the way.
That's Burke
by Putnam. And now he will check out as he sets with 2 on that Titan bench. Give him some good minutes, though. Free throws up and good. So Putnam with a couple free throws, and Connor State with a 2-point lead at 31-29 with 3:55 remaining to go in his first half of play. Glenn Grunwald, Rick Krause, glad to have you along. Again on the NJCAA as well as on the NJCAA radio network. The feed down the low blocks, not there. Getting his own rebound, put back on the miss, put up by Costello. The rebound cleared out by Connor State. They want to run. They lead it by 2. And just about turning it over, and they finally do, as Putnam just couldn't catch up with the basketball. He was spinning around trying to get to it. Ends up going off of him out of bounds.
Sometimes we make a fairly easy play a lot more complicated because we try to do too much, and that was the challenge that Putnam had on that possession.
Ball on the outside left. Titans with the ball. That's Laster. Jumper from outside. 3-pointer good from outside by Hayes.
Devontae Hayes with his first field goal of the ball game.
Central Georgia Tech with a 1-point lead again at 32-31. 3:11 to go in a half. This team's going to make a big run here right before halftime. Ball on the outside. Here's Putnam. Picks up his dribble. Goes left side now with Darius Roy. Roy set to attack on Hayes. Pull-up jumper, foul call. They got Hayes on the foul.
Yeah, and Hayes knew it too. Quick head and shoulder fake that time by Roy. Got Hayes into the air, and really there was nothing to do but come down. Gravity works against you when you leave your feet. Nice job by Roy to draw that personal foul. He's got 2 shots.
He's upset with himself that he bit on the fake. Free throws up and good by Roy.
Yeah, and he
We're
should
tied
be.
at 32.
Yep, he should be upset.
Rico Dawson, again in his 6 years as head coach at Central Georgia Tech. Both free throws up and good by Roy, and it's a 1-point lead now for Connor State at 33-32. Timeout's going to be taken, a quick 30-second timeout. So we're going to get a half-minute break in. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWBW as well as KHUT in Hutchinson and NJCAA TV as well. We'll be back.
NJCAA fans, the brand new NJCAA store is here. Visit shop.njcaa.org now to find the best NJCAA branded merchandise on the market. On your first order, be sure to use the promo code WELCOME10 and you'll receive 10% off your first order. With orders of $75 or more, you'll receive free shipping anywhere in the United States. So what are you waiting for? Visit shop.njcaa.org now and get your NJCAA gear today.
Welcome back, 33-32. Connor State with a 1-point lead. Titans of Central Georgia Tech with the basketball with 2:52 now remaining to go in this first half of play. Game number 6 of day number 1. Got a lot of ball left for you throughout the whole week. Stay tuned to us and listening as well. We appreciate it. The drive inside, breaking it down nicely. Basket good by Costello. And just like that, Central Georgia back on top, 34-33.
And that's what happens when you can penetrate. The defense has to help up, which means someone down low is wide open.
Well, you got to commit, and that's what they did. They took advantage of it. Nice job by Costello to get the finish. Lob inside to the big man, Coulter. He'll work in the low blocks, turn around, soft hook up and good.
And does a nice job of that little baby hook. Coulter now with 6.
Transfer to University of Texas, San Antonio's Coulter. Big size body, 6'7", can move inside. Underneath they go, shot up and good. Nice job by Castillo. 2 back-to-back baskets for him now.
He's in double figures with 10.
And Central Georgia Tech with the 1-point lead at 36-35. 1:48 remaining to go in this first half of play. It has been a good one. Back and forth basketball, I love it. Ball on the outside. That was Coulter with it for a second. Now a little float, a little runner. Does not go. Hyde going up to the rebound is Hayes. And Titans want to run. Long pass down court, layup.
Wow.
Good. Boy, that was just like a wide receiver running a post pattern. Costello caught up with it and laid it right up and in. I didn't think it had a prayer to get there.
What a great pinpoint pass, though. Great job that time.
The lead is 3 now for the Titans. I mean, he stroked it right in stride, laid it up and in. Ball on the outside, 3 ball. It won't go. Rebound cleared away underneath. Costello has had a lot to do in this last couple of minutes by scoring baskets and rebounds. Hayes with the ball on the outside. Top of the key, they'll work at the Laster. Laster off the ball screen, rolls to his left, kicks it left. There's Waters with the 3. It won't go. Rebound, pot 4. Trying to come up with the basketball will be Costello. They give it up, basket up, and good.
What a great feed. Sheet Cone with 2 hard-earned points on the interior.
Costello came up with that feed. 40-35. The lead is 5. One of our largest leads we had all game long. Central Georgia Tech with the lead. Ball on the outside, crossover dribble. There's Langston, takes it inside, shoots and misses. Rebounding will be the Titans. They have a 5-point lead and want to add to it in the last 25 seconds here. Shot clock dark, so they're working for 1. Now it's down to 19. Laster's going to isolate out right in front of the scorer's table. Half court and sideline over there. Now it's down to 8. Now is when you go. Trying to take it inside. He'll pull it back outside. Got trapped up a little bit. Finally into the hands of Cone, and they don't get one off. Not a good possession. And trying to get loose underneath was Costello. Nonetheless, a 5-point lead at intermission for Central Georgia Tech at 40-35. We'll take a timeout, a 2-minute break coming your way. We'll add up all the numbers. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWBW and KHUT in Hutchinson, NJCAA TV as well. It's halftime, 2-minute timeout. One more, 1 minute after this one. Well, back and forth basketball through the first half of this one. Central Georgia Tech leading it 40-35, though, over Connor State. The seed number 21 right now leading the seed number 12 at halftime. Rick, what did the numbers look like?
Well, a quick look at the scoring. First for Connor State, they led at halftime with Darius Roy. He is in double figures with 11. Behind them, Mason Jones and A.J. Cockrell, each with 6 points for Bishop Colder, and running out the scoring 2 points each for Rashawn Langston and for Brooke Putnam. For Central Georgia Tech, they're led at halftime. They have 2 team leaders right now. Michael Laster with 10, as does Anuri Castillo. 4 points in the books for Sheik Cone and for Elijah Farrakhan. 7 points for Jerron Daniels, 3 points for Javante Hayes, and running out the scoring, Dejon Waters with 2.
We're going to take a 1-minute timeout, catch up with Ron Zook for second half, halftime flavor, I should say, of this tournament. 40-35 at halftime, Central Georgia Tech on top. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Lane winds up, shot, and a goal!
2 seconds to go.
Rangers, a long 3. Hey! Oh my goodness!
It's a walk-off base hit for Michael Smith.
It's an Olympico and a goal for Paradise Valley, J.C. Duncan.
Well, there's the feed into Rodriguez, the jam.
Zook with the halftime interview.
The director of officiating for the NJCAA basketball tournament is this man, John Blazik, and he has so graciously taken time to be with us here at halftime and talk about the method and the things you go through to determine the officials that get a chance to work this tournament.
Well, this is a nationwide search for the NJCAA, and we start about November 1, and we get regional ideas. They send me names. They send me 3 or 4 names. I break them down. Wayne Unruh and I would watch film, and then I also call a lot of Division I supervisors I know on where are they, have they heard of them, what are their thoughts, and we really pare it down from about 60 recommended referees to 9, and we feel very fortunate with all the recommendations from the regions, and we have them from Utah to New York to all over the country, so they're pretty good referees here.
A lot of times they have not worked together, so it does make things a little bit different. Are there things you go over with them to make sure everybody is kind of on the same page and kind of in sync?
We come in the night before. They were in here last night. We had a 2-hour meeting, and none of them work together. And they come in, and they're here an hour and a half before the game, and they go through what we call a pregame, and they cover everything that might happen in the game, how we should handle it. And right now, the college officiating world is all getting on the same page. So you can take a guy from Utah and a guy from Florida, and they're going to be trained pretty much the same way. And it's really been done with J.D. Collins, the head of the NCAA, is bringing officiating all together. And so it's an interesting dynamic every game, but they do a pretty good job.
We talked about this last year about officials calling things one way, and if your team is not used to that, you have to make those adjustments. And I know it creates a lot of conversation sometimes. The officials call the game the way they call the game. It's up to the teams to decide how they handle those things.
And the big push for all college officiating, blow the whistle. Protect the kid with the ball, blow the whistle, call it by the rules. Don't have a whole lot of bang, body, but they want the whistle blowing and they want play cleaned up. And that's a national movement just for every level of basketball. And I think you're seeing that here. Because I'm telling you what, buddy, I've been here day one. This may be the best tournament in talent I've ever seen coming down the pike. So we better blow the whistle because there's some big-time players coming down this week.
Now, you will have these guys for a couple of days, and then you will change crews.
These guys are here Monday and Tuesday. They work 2 today, 2 tomorrow, and then they go home. And then we have 9 others that were here last year, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through Saturday. And that's for 2 or 3 reasons. One, this is such a physical, high-speed game. 4 games in 2 days, you're tired. We don't want anybody injured. Guys really can't take a week off of work anymore. And so we bring the crew in on Monday, Tuesday to get a taste. The guys coming Wednesday through Saturday, it's really tough basketball. So We use 18 different people for the week, and it's really worked out well.
All right. Thanks for being with us, John. We appreciate it. And best wish to your son. I know he's coaching at Rutgers. I like because he played for, Iowa. So, but always great to see you, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much. You're a good man, and you're always good to us. Thank you.
John Blazek, he is the Director of Officiating for the NJCAA. Stay with us. We'll have the second half of tonight's ball game coming your way. Following this 2-minute timeout, you're listening to coverage of the NJCAA National Basketball Tournament.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the second half of this great game. Connors State and Central Georgia Tech. Central Georgia Tech on top 40-35 at halftime.
You can keep up with the latest news and updates regarding NJCAA basketball by visiting the official website of the National Junior College Athletic Association at njcaa.org.
Hey, how about score tied 5 times, lead changes 9, huh?
Well, it was a good ball game. I tell you, that really proves that both teams are very competitive, doing a great job. Some short runs by both ball clubs. A couple other statistics. Turnovers for Central Georgia Tech, they had 5, 9 for Connors State. Central Georgia Tech, a few more rebounds. They out-rebounded the Cowboys 20-13. Both teams shot just under 50% from the field in the first half.
Yep, and getting set to inbound now is going to be Cone as we get set. It'll be the Titans basketball as we start the second half of play, leading it by 5 at 40-5. But I don't think any lead is safe in this ball game so far.
Well, no one's been able to really create any separation.
Inbounding will be Cone again. In the backcourt. Gets it in quickly. Laster brings it up to the right side. Right to left in the second half of play are the Titans. Playing against that east goal. Ball stolen away. Nice hands by Connors State to get out and run. Layup good. Quickly, Langston with a quick basket. Cuts that lead down to 3 at 40-37.
Came in averaging about 20. That's only his 4th point of this ball game.
Played of the year in Region 2 is Langston. Ball on the right side. They'll bounce down low right. Back out top now. Working is Laster. Central Georgia Tech in the gray uniforms. Dribble penetration. Finds some room. Floats it. Doesn't get it. Rebound's going to be cleared out by the big man. That's Coulter for the Connors State Cowboys. He'll give it up and in the backcourt. Here quickly comes Langston. Gives it up down low underneath. Turnaround jumper way off its mark on a missed shot put up by Bob. And the rebound's cleared out by the Titans. They want to run. Here comes Daniels. Gets called for the palm.
Well, you don't see it called very often,
you don't.
so it makes you wonder why that time. But no question, and he's pleading his case, but Daniels that time, as he turned the corner, clearly had his hand on the side of the ball. Is a good call by the official.
40-37, the lead is 3 now for Georgia Central Georgia Tech. I keep getting names turned around backwards. I apologize to those Titan fans watching on NJCAA TV. Ball on the outside, Coulter. He'll gun and miss. Rebound, a high one for Laster. He'll bring it up. Here come the Titans of Central Georgia Tech. They'll attack. They take a left side layup. Doesn't go. Rebound cleared out there by Coulter. Coulter brings it out and gives it off. Connor State will bring it up. Connor State, only team to score in the second half of play, is Titans yet to get on the board. They'll fly it underneath. Little layup.
Nice
up and
job.
good. Nice job by Coulter.
But a great feed that time. Penetration by Rashawn Langston. He didn't score that time, but drew the defense to him, creating himself as an assist.
4-0 run right now by Connor State. Hayes on the outside. Angles to the right between the circles, goes right side to Laster. They'll set up the offense on the right wing. Back to Laster after Daniels had it. Shot up missing. Rebound off the floor taken by Langston. He wants to roll all the way down. Takes it all the way to the hoop and draws the foul.
And I tell you, Langston now, it's seemingly coming out to start the second half, has been a lot bigger part of the Connor State offense that time. Coast to coast, fouled on that trip to the rim. It's going to be the second team foul on Michael Laster, second personal on Michael Laster.
Tell you what, Langston, once he got to half court, he shifted gears and free throws up and missing. Would have tied it at 40. He'll have a second opportunity.
Normally an 80% free throw shooter.
Takes his time. He's at Little Rock, Arkansas. Free throws up and good. We're tied at 40. We've been tied 6 times in this contest and had 9 lead changes. 40-40 tie. Off the court, top side left with the basketball, though, working around the outer perimeter. That's Daniels now touching it. Gathering in the passes, Laster. Tight on him is Roy. Laster for the Titans on the offense. Goes over to Daniels. Juwan Daniels, top of the key. Left wing over to Cone. Cone drives in. Shot clock at 1. They're not going to get it off. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, Connor State that time. Though they're back on the defensive end, there was nothing easy. It wasn't that the Titans didn't want to shoot the ball. They just had no good luck. So credit the Cowboy defense for stepping up on that possession.
Well, you look at turnovers in that first half, 5 for Connor State. Oh, check that, 9 for Connor State, only 5 for Central Georgia Tech. That was a rare one right there with the shot clock violation. Up the court, angling to the right side will be Connor State. They'll shift gears. Out front's going to be Jones. Back out again, they'll rekey it. Roy with the ball. 12 on the shot clock. Roy way out at half court between circles. They'll go left wing with it. Langston, long 3, good. Big time 3 right there, and it's 43-40. Connor State has regained the lead. That's the 10th lead change we've had in this contest with 6:44 to go in the second half of play.
My hunch is it's going to be a lot more than that before this game.
That's true. Dribble penetration. Waters pulls it back away. Give it off to Cone. Back to Waters. He directs traffic with his left hand. Waters trying to go off the ball screen, takes it in the paint, kicks the corner left, 3-pointer up and on its way, no good. But the rebound cleared by Laster. He's down underneath, gives it up to Cone, basket good. And a timeout's going to be taken on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout with 16:18 to go in this first half of play. Connors by 1, 43-42. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWBW as well as KHUT in Hutchinson and on the NJCAA Television Network. We'll be back. Welcome back. 43-42 is your lead, the 1-point lead for Connor State. They'll have the basketball, they'll roll to the right side, back out top of the key. 3-pointer by Watson, got it.
Oh, 2 in a row
yes,
for
sir.
Langston.
Langston from the outside knocks it down and makes it 46-42. The lead back at 4.
2 points in the first half, 9 points in the first 4 minutes of the second.
Well, 11-2 run right here by Connor State. Shot won't go. Connors with the rebound. Here comes Langston. He'll go left side this time. Dribble across the top will be Jones. He'll give it out to Roy. Floater. No, it won't go. Put back, though, won't go by Culver either. Going high to get the rebound was Costello. Here comes the Titans on the run. They'll hold up. They kind of trailed Connor State early in the first half as well and kind of regrouped and got back in. A three-pointer on its way. It's not good from the outside by Daniels. Not a very good shot selection. Last touched out of bounds off of Connors. I think Bishop Coulter got a hand on it. Referee is right on top of it.
Yeah, they're not very happy. It looked like Dejon Waters tipped the ball off of one of the fingertips for Connor State.
Here comes the ball passed inside. Nice job of breaking up the pass by Desir. Now check that. By Bob, and inbounding now will be the Titans again. Ball comes out, thrown clear into the backcourt, ran down. He can do that. Daniels will bring it up now. Well, Bob was putting some pressure on it, wasn't he? Trying to force that turnover. Left side with the ball is Waters. Enrique outside to Laster. Laster playing with a couple fouls. Takes the baseline underneath, shift gears, and a foul's called. It should be a shooting situation.
It'll be a shooting. I wasn't sure who they're going to call a foul on, but it looks like for Connor State, it's Darius Roy with a look of disbelief. So a foul apiece for both ball clubs.
He'll pick up his first. Again, Connor State out of Warner, Oklahoma, 12th seed.
Micah Laster going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Free throw toss off, no good.
We can put a plug in for Spalding. They're proud to be the official basketball of the National Junior College Athletic Association. Spalding's TF1000 Legacy Ball is used exclusively at all NJCAA basketball championships. Spalding true to the game.
Free throws up and good. As Laster hit the free throw, it makes it 46-43. Connors with the lead by 3. Connor State basketball. 14:45 to go in this last game of the night. They'll lob it down low. Coulter shoots and misses. Rebound picked off by Daniels. Let's see if Central Georgia Tech can do something with it on the possession. Ball on the outside, Laster. Go low blocks underneath.
Wow, nice move,
nice move by the big man, Desir.
Nice, his first field goal. Very athletic move along the baseline and reverse layup.
A 1-point game. Connor State with a slim lead of 46-45. They'll set up the offense. That's Jones on the top. He's being guarded by Daniels. Jones shakes and bakes, trying to go off the ball screen. He'll shoot the long 3. Rims up and bounces down around and through. Wow.
Mason Jones. Shooter's touch that time. A long shot, got a friendly bounce. He has 10.
DeSoto, Texas, his hometown. He shoots 43.1%, but that one needed a couple prayers in between there. Long 3 to match, got it. 3-pointer by Cone from outside. Connor State lead it, cut to 1 again at 49-48. Shootout right now happening tonight in the sports arena between these two Tufts. Talk about the shootout. 17 threes in that CSI College Southern Idaho win today.
Made or shot?
Made.
Wow.
Over Sneed. That was a heck of a game. Not by way of closeness, but just by way of shooting. The drive, Roy takes it inside. They had a hand in on him the whole time, and Conal. But check that, it's going to be called on Laster.
Laster, that's
big.
His third personal foul. He just cannot believe it, asking for an explanation.
Media timeouts coming your way. 49-48, Connors with the lead by 1. 13-15 to go in the contest. Again, this is NJCAA Championship Basketball on KHUT and KWBW in Hutchinson, as well as NJCAA TV. 49-48, 1 point lead for Connor State, 13:15 to go in the second half of play. Glenn Grunwald, Rick Krause, glad to have you along this evening on the late game tonight. Connor State to inbound. Ball stolen away. Here comes Central Georgia Tech with the basketball. On the run quickly. They'll set it up. They'll peel off. Here's Waters. Back on the outside. Cone to the left side. Again, Laster not in there because he picked up that third foul. The drive to the basket, it won't go. Rebound's going to be cleared out by Connor State. If you're Rico Dawson, you're going to try to get as much time as you can out of his one of reserve guards. There's a rebound off the missed shot. And here comes Daniels again. Titans basketball, down by only one with 12:40 to go.
Looking for the lead change, Glenn, on this possession.
Farrakhan's in there at the point guard spot. Shot up, missing. Battle for the board. Taken away underneath by Cone. Gets it up and in. There is the lead change. 50-49. Central Georgia Tech with the lead by one.
He is in double figures with 11.
Ow. And 11 lead changes in this contest, by the way.
Going toe-to-toe.
There's a drive right side by Langston. Basket good. 51-50. Langston gives Connor State the lead of one with 11:59 to go. This one's going to go right down to the wire. You can feel it. Farrakhan shoots it up and in, scores it, two-pointer.
Hey, nice job. Elijah Farrakhan with his sixth point of the contest.
Farrakhan out of Melbourne, Florida. And timeout's going to be taken by Bill Muse. We'll get a break in as well. Let's see if it's a partial or a full. And this will be a half-minute break. 30-second timeout. NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWBW and KHUT. NJCAA TV. We'll be right back.
NJCAA fans, the brand new NJCAA store is here. Visit shop.njcaa.org now to find the best NJCAA branded merchandise on the market. On your first order, be sure to use the promo code WELCOME10 and you'll receive 10% off your first order. With orders of $75 or more, you'll receive free shipping anywhere in the United States. So what are you waiting for? Visit shop.njcaa.org now and get your NJCAA gear today.
The Titans at 52-51 over Connor State. Now Connor State will inbound. Here's Roy. He's been a little quiet in the second half. Flies it down low underneath. Shot up good. Nice pass. Did it with his passing, didn't he? Got it down to Cockrell. He's converts and back on top is Connor State, 53-52.
Threw it only to where his teammate was going to catch it, and then Cockrell took care of it from there.
Ball on the outside. Farrakhan rolls to the right side. There's a little floater. Well, shot I thought was too hard, but Waters got the drop. And back on top is the Titans, 54-53 with 11:07 to go.
You're going to have to take your shoes and socks off going to keep track of all these lead changes.
Lead changes are past 14 now, I think. Ball on the outside. They'll kick it out top. Langston, boy, is he a good one. He'll drive in, kick it corner. He did not shoot it. I thought he was going to put it up. Mason Jones brings it out. Now ball put out of bounds, last touched off of a Titan player. Nice job by Langston. Kind of got no man's land.
A nice job by DeJon Wetters that time. Playing tough D in the corner along the sideline. Not much real estate that time for Langston. Did the only thing he could to keep the possession alive is throw it off one of the Titans.
Got the inbounds right in front of his own bench down by the water cooler. That's a tough angle right there, but lays it out and into the hands quickly. It goes to Roy. Roy will bring it on the dribble. Give and go inside, basket good. Nice job to Bob. Bob was able to get it up. Bob was able to get it up and in. And it's 55-54. Connor State with the lead by one. Titans on the outside. Farrakhan drives in, holds it outside, and gives it up. Jumper up and on his way. Shot's good. Hayes knocks down the three. He wanted a chance for a 4-point play. There's a quick foul. It's going to be called this time on Cone.
Yeah, that's not a smart foul. Really had no chance of getting the ball that far from his bucket. Unfortunate that is foul number 3.
That's his third. 57-55. Central Georgia Tech with the lead by 2.
Coaches like hustle fouls, but you have to be smart when you're trying to make it happen.
Ball comes in the hands of Darius Roy, and Roy will bring the basketball up across the timeline. Angles to the right side. Boy, they'll come out and double team trap. He got away from it though. Takes it all the way down, and he'll be clobbered. Knocked down right there by Kusan.
At least 4 of the Titans had a chance to guard him at some point in time when that drive to the bucket. He drew a lot of attention.
Foul's going to be called on Waters. Inbounding will be Darius Roy. Trying to lob it, gets it in quickly. Shot up and good. I'll tell you what, A.J. Cockrell's a winner. He's a sophomore, averaging only 7.4 points per ball game, but he's had a heck of a game here today.
He's got 11. Knows his role real well. Just clean it up around the bucket.
Ball rejected off the shot put up by Castillo. Long pass down court. Here's Langston. He'll bounce inside. He got called for the travel.
Oh, Coach Muse up. He's not happy, and I would have to agree.
Man.
I thought it was a great move by Langston. Just a jump stop and reverse layup.
We're tied at 57 each. Score's been tied 6 times in the contest with a gajillion lead changes. 9:38 to go. Titans basketball. Well, that's a tough turnover right there to buy. Offensive foul. They're going to get the foul to go against Kusin. See, drop that shoulder. Rick, whenever you drop that shoulder, you're same as saying, I'm going to dare you to call it.
Yeah, especially if the defense holds their ground, and that's what happened with Connor State that time. It was right in front of the official, so it was an easy call to make.
57-57 tie with 9:31 remaining to go in the second half of play. Connor State sent to Georgia Tech going toe-to-toe on each other. Angle dribble to the right side. They'll pull it back out. That's going to be Darius Roy. Roy across to the top. Coming out to double seam, trapping the Titans. Now they give it up. Here's Jones. He'll take it in with 11 on the shot clock. Scores it easily inside.
Nice touch that time by Mason Jones. He's at 12.
Lead down by 2. Connor State 59-57 over the Titans. Angle dribble. Contact made. No call. Outside Hayes. Hayes pulls it back on the dribble. He ways off for Aachen. Hayes to the right side. Here's Waters. Waters dribble penetrates, floats, shoots, and scores.
Bank off the bank. Nice job.
Tied up at 59 apiece. The timeout's going to be taken. A full 1 minute break coming your way. 59-59 tie. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on Eagle Radio with KHUT as well as KWBW and NJCAA TV. .59 tie. We're all locked up with 8:45 remaining to go in the second half of play of one of the most competitive games we've had in this tournament so far. Barton the winner in the early game at 10 o'clock this morning, 86-63 over Tyler, and then it was Trinity Valley 100-54 over Baltimore. Western Nebraska was a winner over Holmes 87-73, and Sneed was defeated by Southern Idaho 119-32, and then South Plains over Highland by 20. There's a basket
nice.
Up and good.
And I tell you, Jones that time, athletic drive off the right wing, just took it strong into the defender. When the defender leaves his feet, this time it was Javante Hayes, I believe. The referee's going to call foul and contact is made, and Jones had the athleticism to take a shot now at a three-point play.
Mason Jones, three-pointers up and good. Three-point play, that is. 62-59. Connor State with the lead now by 3 with 8:31 remaining to go in the second half of play. Here's the Titans. I'll tell you what, they're playing pretty tough as a 21 seed. You know that? The drive inside shot won't go. Rebound cleared out of there by Roy of the Connor State Cowboys. Roy wants to run. Drops underneath.
Nice job.
Plus time. Up and good by Cockrell. He flushed it down, and at 64-59, a 5-0 run right now, and a blocking foul at the other end. It's going to be called against Langston.
I tell you, in this ball game, Glenn, a 5-point lead seems like it's a runaway train, but it's still just a 5-point lead. It's a little bit of a run now by the Cowboys, so it's up to the Titans to find an answer.
What a great job by Cockrell on the finish as you watch on the NJCAA television network. There's a ball on a turnover. Coming up with it will be Jones. He'll bring it up all the way to the corner left. Decides to shoot the three and hits it. My goodness. Mason Jones calmly turned and drilled the tray.
It's like, I'm all by myself. I'm open. I'm going to shoot the three.
67-59. Connors has blown it open the last minute of play. We were tied at 59. There's a leaner. Won't go. The foul called. It'll send the Titans to the line. Rick, during that last time out, we were tied at 59 apiece. All of a sudden, a 8-0 run by the Connors State Cowboys, tapped off by a three-pointer by Mason Jones from corner left. And now the foul's going to be called. Daniels will go to the line. Foul's charged against Coulter. That's his third.
And you go back to that possession where, as the first free throw is up and is rolling in, it was a turnover. Central Georgia had a chance to inbound the ball into their own bucket, and they threw it right into the hands of one of the Cowboys, and it was just a fast break. I think it actually went coast to coast with Mason Jones, who wound up in the corner and hit the three.
Evans Desir checks into the contest at the line. Daniels, second toss is good. Got them both. Cuts that lead down to 6. 67-61. Connors State with the lead. 7.5 to go. Up the court, they'll angle dribble to the left side. They'll drop it down low blocks to Coulter. He'll bang inside, turnaround jumper, won't go. Gets it back on the rebound. Ball stripped from him, however, and Hayes comes up with it for the Titans. Left side, quickly, Waters drives in, traffic, kicks it on the outside with the basketball. It's Castillo, thinks about it, dribble penetrates underneath, goes up, tries to jam it and missed it. It came out on him. The rebound's going to be cleared out by Connors State. Ran down by Roy now. He'll take it in. Floater good.
Wow.
69-61.
Darius Roy had 11 in the first half. That's his first field goal of the second.
An 8-point lead now for Connors. 69-61 with just under 7 to go. 6:50 remaining to go in the contest. What a turn of events right there. Foul called underneath on the baseline. Let's see the call.
That's going to go against Cockrell. He and Desir are horsing down on a low block, and that takes a lot of effort to horse with Desir. Referee calls Cockrell for the hold.
It's more like a Clydesdale.
I tell you, he's a big man. It's hard to move that body, but certainly Cockrell working hard. Desir getting to get replaced.
Yep, inbounding will be the Titans. Slapping the ball will be Laster. Trying to work it in, they do. Shot up missing. Back into the hands, though, of Castillo. He's kind of looked like what I found. Puts it up and in. It's a big basket right there. It cuts that lead down to 6. 2-possession game with 6:35 to go. Connors State with the lead and the ball. Outside. Now to go inside to Coulter. Coulter to the rack, gives it up. Loose basketball coming out with it will be the Titans. I tell you what, they collapse well, don't they, defensively? Underneath they go quickly. Too far under, putting the ball up. Shot not there. Ball knocked away. Saved. And then out of bounds they say came Roy.
Nice effort that time. Roy along the baseline just ran out of territory.
Daniels got caught down in no man land down below on the baseline. Really didn't know. He looked up and he saw the goal directly underneath him and didn't think he could wrap it around and get it up and in. But they'll get another opportunity here in a fresh 30. Ball comes into Cone, back outside. Cone with 11 points has been a little quiet. He averages 9 a game. Floater up and good. This time it's Laster.
Michael Laster with his first field goal of the second half.
And don't look now, it's a 4-point ball game. Connors' lead has been cut down to 69-65. Connors State will bring it up. Darius Roy out of Lawton, Oklahoma. They go right with it now to Jones. Top side on the outside, Langston. Angles to the left. Pulls back, jumper up, rimming off, no good. Rebound ran down in the corner by Castillo, and here come the Titans. Titans with a chance to pull a little closer here with the possession in the basket. Jumper up and rimming off, no good. As Laster thought he had a good look, the lefty put it up and missed it. Here comes the Cowboys. Connors State will bring it up. And bring it out and reset it. Darius Roy rolls off the stack, back outside. They'll hand it off after receiving it was Coulter. He'll give it up. Jones the three.
Wow!
Follow-away three by Jones makes it 72-65. The lead back at 7, and a timeout's going to be taken. It'll be a full 1-minute break with 5:01 to go. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWBW as well as KHUT and NJCAA TV.
We probably should try to do this one more time.
Well, fans, you can follow all the action of the NJCAA Men's and Women's Basketball Championships live on NJCAA TV. Just go to NJCAATV.com to view live and archived video of each game. It's also available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Android TV, and Roku streaming platforms. NJCAA TV, the official digital video network of the NJCAA. Going full length of the court will be the Titans. They'll roll it in. Jones will bring it up on the dribble. He'll kick it over on the right side. With the basketball will be Waters. Laster had it for a second. Now back in the hands of Farrakhan. And a over-the-back call.
They call for the block on the drive to the bucket. That call's going to go against Darius Roy.
Yeah, Roy will pick up the personal.
It's only the 15th foul against Connor State, so no free throws.
Here comes the inbound. One more, by the way. Jumper three-pointer won't go. Battle for the board. Underneath. Shot up and rejected out of bounds. Bodies flying all over the place. That was Waters up there. Kind of tried to do the fake in the middle of midair, and ball was rejected away.
You get a bump foul, and then you get a player shooting the ball getting knocked to the floor with no call. Hey, nice job that time by Rashawn Langston picking up the mop-up duties.
Yep.
You know it's getting late, Glenn. We look across the way and we see the scorer's table, and only people sitting over there are the ones working. And you look at the media table where we are, it's just you and me.
And that's debatable, you betcha.
Yeah,
Here comes the
people
inbound.
in the chairs, but no more than what there needs to be.
Ball on the outside. Stay tuned later, by the way, the wrap-up show from day one, as Rod Zook and myself will be going over today's action. It'll be later on NJCAA TV. Ball on the outside. Dribble penetration inside. Ball stripped away inside by Desir. And then a foul called. They're going to whistle this one on Roy.
That's two. Darius Roy's picked up on this end of the floor without changing possession.
Desir went up and had the ball stripped. And, I mean, he went up and all of a sudden his hands were empty. Might have got whopped in the mouth as well. Here comes the inbound. Right side baseline, 20 on the shot clock. They get it in. Ball up front now. Farrakhan. Left side, ball stripped away, loose basketball. Timeout's going to be taken by Connor State.
Nice job by Langston that time with the strip and the dive and the timeout.
It'll be a full 1 minute break. 4:08 to go in the contest. Connor State 72, Central Georgia Tech 65. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on NJCAA TV and KWBW and KHUT. It is a full. 4:08 to go in the ball game. Connors 72, Central Georgia Tech 65. And this is the kind of game, Rick, that is too bad that somebody's got to drop it, because it has been a back-and-forth basketball game deluxe. And all of a sudden, finally, we get a little run.
Yeah, and the only one we've really had that's gone this deep and this tight just out of 6 games today.
What you worry about is one of these two teams, if you're the opposite team, getting a run. Then Central Georgia Tech's got to try to come up with some steals or get some good Ds and get stops. I'll lob it inside. Jones, who hit that 3 a little while ago, that was huge, and now he falls out of bounds. This loss is...
He did fall out of bounds. I'm not sure it was really all of his fault. I think DeJohn Waters with some tough defense had a little bit to do with that.
It was good defense. 72-65. The lead is 7 now for Connors State, so basically a 3-possession game. There's a drive underneath, scooping it up and scoring. A nice job by Farrakhan. Farrakhan was able to put it up and in. 72-65. That lead is cut to 5 now. Here comes Connors. They'll walk, dribble it across. Darius Roy. He's been at that point guard position all night long. Over quickly to Langston, and he drives in, puts a shot up and in. Muscled his way up with it.
Absolutely.
Looked like it was going to be a jump ball called. Was able to put it up and in. It's 74-67. Connors State, feet down low. Shot
my
up and
goodness,
good
nice
by
job.
Desir.
Desir's not happy he didn't get a foul called to give him a 3-point play.
Yeah, but he got it up and in. 2:53 to go. A timeout's going to be taken on the floor. It will be a full 1-minute break. 74-69, Connors State on top. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on Eagle Radio with KHUT and KWBW, as well as NJCAA TV. Rico Dawson was talking to his team early. They've been out there for a few seconds already. Here comes Connors State with the basketball, leading at 74-69, a 5-point lead. As Coach Dawson for Central Georgia Tech pretty well gave his message, said go do what you got to do. Ball on the outside, Langston, he'll hurt you. He'll shoot the 3, and right there it is.
Oh, my goodness, good call.
Knocked it down from outside, a 3-pointer by Langston. He's had a heck of a game. That's 18 points for the young man. Near steal, coming up with it. The floater won't go, and a missed shot put outside by Laster. Bodies all over the place, and Connors State comes out with it. Up the court, they'll bring it. 2:10 to go. The lead is 8 now. It's 77-69 for Connors State. Right now, it looks like Connors State might advance. Double penetration, loose basketball picked up by the Titans. It's not over yet, 1:56 to go. 3-point effort on its way from the right side. Rims off, no good on the missed shot put up by Farrakhan. Ball underneath, taken away by Waters. Head fake, goes up, can't finish. Ball pops out, ran down by the Titans. They'll rekey it. They'll drive it inside by Laster, and a foul's called, and Laster will shoot free throws.
I snicker at Darius Roy. He has just been snake bit in the eyes of the official, in his opinion. Thought he had all ball. Picks up another foul, since he's going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Been a great game, an 8-point ball game right now by Connors, and you say, okay, it looks to me like with 1:39 to go, they got it sealed away, but boy, I don't know. This Titan team won't go away. Well, for a 21 seed, they are salty. Free throw toss off, it's marked no good. Rebound cleared away by the big man underneath. That's Coulter. Both he and Cockrell will up there high. Off the court, they'll bring it. That's going to be Roy on the outside. Ball on the right side, on our near side, that's Jones. Actually, I confused Jones with Cockrell there for a second. The drive inside. Ball stripped away. And up with it is the Titans. They want to run. They'll bring it up, gives it off underneath. Laster wrap around, good. Laster with the basket. And a quick timeout taken by the Titans. It's a 6-point lead. It's Connor 77, Central Georgia Tech 71 with 1:07 to go. We're going to take a full 1-minute break. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on Eagle Radio and KHUT is KWBW in Hutchinson and NJCAA TV. Well, 1:07 to go. If you're the Titans of Central Georgia Tech, you got to do something, and you got to do something quick.
Yeah, if you can't get a quick steal and a turnover, you're going to have to think about fouling because Connor State has done a nice job from the floor with their half-court offense in the second half.
Connor State with the basketball, and there's your foul. It's going to be called on Daniels. He'll pick up the personal with 56.7 seconds remaining.
17 fouls, so we're going to be shooting a 1-and-1 to the free throw line is Darius Roy.
He will take his time at the line with 56.7 seconds remaining to go.
Shoots a 78% clip when was during the year.
Free throw toss, up and good. So a 7-point lead now. That's pretty big with 56.7 seconds remaining to go in the contest for Connor State.
Yep, there's going to have to be some special things from the Titans to get some extra possessions.
And
that shot rings
right
out.
There, yeah.
Not much time to run a lot of offense.
The winner advances to take on Coffeyville, the 5 seed in the tournament, and the Kansas champion. Three-pointer rims off, no good. Battle for the board, cleared by Jones of Connor State. They have it with 40 seconds left. There's a quick foul, and it looks to me like Central Georgia Tech will be headed home. Right now they trail at 39.5 seconds to go, down by 7.
And what we do know is we're going to have another 1-and-1, and it would appear that it is Darius Roy heading back to the free throw line. He was just there a few seconds ago and made 1 of 2. And he misses.
Shots missing. Rebound cleared out. That's what you need. Waters will bring it up. They'll wrap it around. Layup good by Laster.
Nice job, Al. Actually, that was Michael Laster.
And a foul quickly called on the inbound, so we'll go down and shoot free throws. The first round will continue tomorrow with Motlow State in game number 7 taking on Otero. And then Hutchinson at 12 noon at 28-6 will take on Cape Fear out of Wilmington, North Carolina at 21-11. That's the noon game. And then we get going into the second rounds with Indian Hills taking on Barton.
And that shot misses.
Free throws missing. Here comes Waters. Shoots the 3 on his way. Looks good. It's good. A big 3. 78-76. It's a 2-point ball game. And a timeout's going to be taken. Wow. That's why you play the game. We're going to take a half-minute break. We'll be back. 23.9 to go. It's a 2-point game. Connor's on top. This is NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWBW and KHUT and NJCAA TV. Well, as Vince Scully used to say, the door shut on the refrigerator. At least I had the door shut and the Jello was jiggling. But hey, it's only a 2-point ball game right now. Connor State with the lead at 78-76. I mean, I had this baby called and over with.
Well, and if Connor State could shoot free throws, 3 trips with 3 one-on-ones, and they first miss second and then miss the next 2. So potential 6 points that don't go on the board, only one of those actually go in.
Here comes the inbound. There's a quick foul, and going down to shoot free throws now will be Mason Jones. He's a good free throw shooter at 76.2%. The foul was called against Walters. He'll pick up the personal. That'll be his second. So 22.6 to go. Still an opportunity, and Connor State has not put them away at the foul stripe.
Well, right now it's a one-possession game.
Free throw toss and up and good. So still a one-possession
game, right? That first free throw goes in. Mason Jones, 15 second-half points.
79-76, the lead is 3 for Connor State. Free throw toss is up and good. That's going to make it tough. It's a 4-point ball game, and a quick timeout's going to be taken. It'll be a full 1-minute break. We're going to go ahead and get it in. NJCAA Championship Basketball on KWBW as well as KHUT and NJCAA TV. We'll be right back. Well, both teams kind of substituting defense and offense now, Rick. We'll see what's going to happen here. Is in for Central Georgia, Shaheem Anthony, who's the nephew of Carmelo Anthony's in there. He must be a three-point shooter because he's back in there right now. Here comes Laster up the court. They'll give it off top to Waters. Can't wait too much time. You're down by 4. They feed it inside. Jams up and good by Castillo. Now you set up with 11.4 to go. It's a 2-point game. Try to get the steal if you can on the inbound. If not, you got to foul quickly, and they do. And Waters picks up the personal. Again, it's going to be Mason Jones, and he will go to the line, and he is a 76.2% free throw shooter. With 10 seconds to go, the stranger things have happened, huh?
Well, you know, Central Georgia Tech ran a lot of time off trying to find an open three-pointer. If you go down in the attack with 2 and hope they miss a free throw, you still are one possession away, but that one goes in.
Yeah, he's not going to let it happen. Mason Jones, a freshman, talented freshman out of DeSoto, Texas, hits the free throw, and now it is a 3-point ball game. Connor State on top. This one's good as well. 4-point ball games, 82-78, 8 seconds to go. The 3 on its way, rimming off, high, shot goes off, no good. Loose basketball ran down by Roy, and a foul's called. They'll whistle this on Costello with 3/10, and that's going to do it. Connor State is going to win this ball game. It just depends on what the final score is going to be with the fouls called. And Costello, who is a freshman, on the foul. This will send Roy to the line, the sophomore out of Lawton, Oklahoma, with a chance to finish it off. Connor's leading by 4, and last I knew, there's not a 6-point play in this game. Free throw toss is up and good by Roy. 83-78. And Connor State will go to 30-3. Free throws up and good, makes them both. 84-78 is going to be your final, because here comes the ball in, and that is it. 84-78 is your final. Central Georgia Tech gave them a good run. They fall, and their last record will be at 25-9, and they will go home. Connor State will advance, as Connor State will take on Coffeyville. That'll be the Wednesday game at 2 o'clock, game number 14 in the afternoon. We're going to take a 2-minute break, add up all the numbers. Again, Connor State 84, Central Georgia Tech 78. This is NJCAA Basketball Championship Basketball on KWBW as well as KHUT and NJCAA TV. Well, your final, Connors 84, Central Georgia Tech 78. A very entertaining basketball game with a lot of lead changes and ties in that contest. It was a good one. 84-78 is your final. Connors State marches on. They will take Coffeyville Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock. What do the final numbers look like, Rick?
All right, first for Central Georgia Tech, they were led in this ball game by Michael Laster. He finishes with a double-double, 17 points and 10 assists to go along with that effort. 14 points for Enuri Castillo, 11 points for Sheik Cone, just out of double figures, 9 points for Jerron Daniels and for Dejon Waters, 8 points for Elijah Farrakhan, 6 points in the books for Javante Hayes, and rounding out the scoring for the Titans, Evan Desir with 4. For the victorious Connors State College, Mason Jones led all scorers with a game-high 25 points. Rashawn Langston overcame a slow start in the first half to finish with 18. Darius Roy with 16. Also in double figures, A.J. Cockrell with 13. Bishop Coulter finishes with 8. And then 2 points each for Zap Bob and for Burke Putnam. From the field, Central Georgia Tech, 34 of 75, 45%. They made 5 of 18 three-pointers and hit 5 of 7 free throws. For Connors State, shot very well from the field, 30 of 53, that's 57%, made 7 of 12 three-pointers, again 58%, and made 17 of 23 three-pointers. Central Georgia Tech out-rebounded the Cowboys 38-29. That just wasn't enough to overcome a big second half for Connors State, outscoring Central Georgia 49-38.
Now, you only have 8 ties and 18 lead changes, Rick. It was a really boring ball game, you know that?
Yeah, you may have to get your money back on this one, Glenn.
No doubt about that. Let's set the stage for tomorrow, by the way. On Tuesday, it would be Montlow taking on Otero. That'll be a 10 o'clock start tomorrow. The Hutch Blue Dragons will be at the noon start against Cape Fear. And then you got Indian Hills, the number 1 team in the nation, and seeded number 1. They'll be on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, taking on Barton. Barton Community College winning today over Tyler, Texas. East Florida State will make their first appearance as they will take on Trinity Valley. And then the 6:30 contest tomorrow night will be Northwest Florida matching up against Western Nebraska. In a late game tomorrow night, Odessa will take on Southern Idaho, which should be a humdinger of a ball game tomorrow. I think you got a good slate on board for you tomorrow on Tuesday. We'll be sure and join us and glad to have you along. Special thanks to Tyler Korb doing all the work tonight on the chief engineer part back on the board of the big KWBW studio. Mark Atkins this afternoon did all the work. They'll go back at it again tomorrow when we're bringing all the action right back here to you at the sports arena. On behalf of Rick Krause, Glenn Grunwald, your host, your final Connors 84, Central Georgia Tech 78. So long, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
So when do they put up the green screen so they make it look like you guys are, somewhere fun?
I think, no, I don't.
Who was fifth?
Who was
that College of Southern Idaho? Or was that game 4?
It was a game right in front. It was the one that was South Plains.